Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day one of a chill week. The Legendary Beasts event is over for the most part. We've still got a couple things left to do, and one of those is to admire this map one last time. It's absolutely beautiful. I said it the other day, I wish we had seasonal maps. It would be lovely to see this map for an entire 3 months during the fall. I'd love to see what they could do with a seasonal winter map and spring and all that, but sadly, we don't have that. At least not yet. Maybe we will soon. For now, we do have big things on the horizon. So let's go ahead and dive into the sleep report. It is the first day of a brand new week, so we got to get this sleep report out of the way before we can do anything else. And I do think we're going to have big things happen today. I got a good feeling about it. 1.5 times multiplier on our drowsy power plus New Moon Day to make it harder for Pokemon to get full. I think we might actually have some good things happen. That's looking pretty snoozy to me. It's also pretty dozy. Yeah, dozing type. That makes sense. 9% dozing will do it. All right, well, we should have about 450 million drowsy power. Sadly, no extra tasty on lunch. Didn't make dinner. So we didn't get to the Master 6 we wanted. I somehow missed extra tasty with 60% odds on lunch, so I just didn't bother. But we did get 477.2 million drowsy power. I also did use another incense, so we do have a full 10 spawns. So let's see what we got. Hopefully a Darkrai in there. 3-star Darkrai would be nice. Also 3-star of there. Yeah, that is the 3-star Darkrai. So I guess that answers the question of whether or not we got any other legendaries, because I don't think we can see both Darkrai and a legendary. That went so fast it was hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that's 10 pictures. So we got Houndour, Pichu again, Charmander, Chikorita, Absol, that's kind of a rare one, Pooper, Caterpie, Squirtle, and of course the 3-star Darkrai. Okay. Well, yeah, no legendaries to wrap things up. That's, I was hoping to get a wild legendary to wrap things up and get one of those 3 stars that I hadn't found yet. But as far as Dream Shards go, I'll take a 3-star Darkrai. That's not bad. Honestly, I don't know that there's really much here I want to feed. Even Absol doesn't really have a reason for me to feed it at this point. We've got Clodsire, which is going to do what Absol does. We don't need a Squirtle. I mean, technically, we could get a better Caterpie, but we already have a berry finding one. Chikorita's kind of the same story. We have a berry finding one, plus a pretty decent Meganium. Houndour, we caught the really beastly one earlier this week, so there's no point in it. Pichu's kind of the same story. We already have a berry finding one. We could technically find better, but it's not a high priority, and at this point, the only, kind of priority is just getting more Eureka Seeds. And even that's not a huge priority. It just would have been nice if it was hungry. But we'll see. Maybe a big hit. No big hit. Not today. Not today. We'll just feed it what we can and be done with it, honestly. I don't even know if I want to use a Great Biscuit. I guess, kind of, but not really. You know what? Sadly, I don't think we're catching anything. I don't think I'm going to catch anything today. Yeah, nothing's really fantastic. Honestly, that's about how Sundays go, too. Sundays usually just don't have much of anything worthwhile. It's kind of weird. You would think the final sleep report of the week would be one of the best ones, and yet it's typically kind of mid or bottom tier. 96 Pokemon materials, but 26 Darkrai candies. I will definitely take that. That's very helpful. 35 from the Darkrai alone. Okay, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Sad news, not catching anything. But it is what it is. We are going to get a lot of Dream Shards, though. We got 26,393 Research XP and 50,102 Dream Shards for a grand total of 76,495. So I did put the Ultimate Sleeper team on last night, knowing we were going to get that 1.5 times boost, hoping to get a little bit extra Dream Shards and Research XP out of it. So looks like it paid off. 76,000 Dream Shards is a very nice way to wrap up the week. It was a pretty solid week of Dream Shard gains, too. We do have one more mission to collect. Yep, get to Master of 5. We made it, got our 40 materials. And let's see. I believe that is everything. Nothing else. Come on, click the button. Jeez, there we go. Yeah, nothing else for us to get for the missions. We can go ahead and buy out the shop, buy the things we wanted to buy, and wrap it up. First things first, I know for sure I want these incense just to have one in my back pocket so that we can try to force those 3 stars later on down the road for a future good sleep day. Sadly, gonna have to buy an expensive Inte incense, but should be worth it. Should be worth it in the end. And then the other main thing I want to get... I feel like at this point it is either stones or main skill seed. You know what? I know I was saying the other day that I feel like the stones are a better choice because it's 1400 sleep points, but they're also far less useful than a main skill seed. So I think I am going to buy the main skill seed, to be honest with you. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know we get 2 a month in the shop that I could buy, but I genuinely think I'm going to buy that over the 3 stones. Wouldn't mind buying some Premier biscuits, but not at 120 each. They do turn into great biscuits here in a few days, which is nice. But I don't know, man. Honestly, I think I want that Suicune candy because we know we want to invest in our Suicune pretty quickly, and we got mini candy boost coming up. So I kind of want the Suicune candy here. I do also want these dream clusters, but I can't buy both. At least not all of both. But, you know, I think for our immediate future, I am going to buy these. I'm going to buy these Suicune candies. That will go a long way during the mini candy boost. And then I'm going to buy what dream clusters I can, which is going to be 12 of them. And then with my remaining... Let's see, with my remaining materials, there's not much we can do. I think I'm just going to get some Inte candies, to be honest with you. I feel like we've got plenty of Raikou candy. And Inte probably needs a boost more than Raikou, so we'll get what we can. And that's going to be it. That's going to be all we can buy. Kind of surprised myself with what I bought, to be completely honest. But just getting there in the moment, ready to buy things, it kind of made me second guess it a little bit. But it is what it is. The event is now officially over. We're coming into the weekly summary, and my review on the event is that it was fantastic. I had a great time. Even though it took us like 17 catches of Inte to actually get a decent one, I still had a good time with the event. We got a lot of shards out of it. We raised 2 Pokemon to level 60. We got a double shiny in one day. Sadly, those were the only shinies we got. We did see a wild legendary as well in the first week. And we got 10% more on our expert mode map. So all in all, pretty solid event for me. I don't know what else they could have done better. Yeah, there's not really anything they could have done better other than bump those spawn rates up a little bit more, because it kind of feels a bit weird that it's like, hey, this is the Legendary Beast event. You got 14 chances to see a wild legendary, and I only saw a wild one once, but granted, that could be partially my fault. I'm willing to take some of the blame on that with how many incense I used. Probably didn't see as many legendaries as I could have if I hadn't used the incense. But we also needed the incense. We needed to catch it. And that's a good thing. We caught a good one. We did catch a decent Raikou. Not that great. I mean, it was about the same as the one we have already. So, you know, we caught a good one, but it just wasn't better. We did catch a better Inte, though. Suicune, we didn't even bother because there was no way to catch a better one. But like I said, all in all, the event was solid. I'm happy with it. Can't complain about it. Not really anything I could think that they could do better other than bump those rates a little bit. And again, that could be partially my fault. But I did see, I counted it out pretty much every day. Half of the people in my friends list saw a legendary, or at least chose the legendary candy to send out. I don't know, maybe somebody saw a legendary and didn't send out legendary candy, but half pretty much every day saw a legendary and sent the candy out. So I'm willing to believe that it was a good event for everybody. And I'm going to give that a solid 9.5 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair. A 9.5 out of 10 is pretty fair. I think. Some people are going to be like, oh, it's a perfect event, but you didn't give it a 10 out of 10. Just to be clear, my rating system, I never give anything a 10 out of 10 because I always feel that there's room for improvement somewhere, even if I can't necessarily think about it. So if you ever see me give something a perfect score, I probably am not in my right mind. Just be aware of that. So that's why I don't give it a perfect 10 out of 10, because I don't give anything a perfect score, ever. There's always room for improvement. So 9.5 out of 10. And yeah, it's a pretty great event. I look forward to seeing a similar event in the future. I doubt we're going to see the Legendary Beast event come back anytime soon, but maybe Cresselia and Darkrai event could come around. That could be quite interesting. I don't know how they're going to do it with the way Darkrai works in this game, but I'm looking forward to similar events, and it is sadly time to say goodbye to this map. Let's move on. We've got 20% area bonus at expert mode now, which is nice. Very nice to have indeed. But our weekly summary is also hopefully going to be quite nice. We're going to see what we got. Should be good things, I believe. And I genuinely don't know where I'm going this week. I have not even thought about it, to be 100% honest with you. I've been so focused on the event and having fun there, have not considered what to do this week. We did make it to Master 5, granted just barely, but we got 3,181,788 for our final strength, thanks to salads. Would have been better if we didn't have salads, but you know, is what it is. 726,929 gains from berries, and 2,145,184 gains from cooking. Very good indeed. Very good week at expert mode. Overall grade of S, I'll take that. 6 small handy candies. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Love it. Love it. We need it. We're gonna need it soon. I would be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to just go right back to expert mode. We're starting to build up the area bonus, and I'm kind of enjoying the time there. And now that we've had 2 weeks of an event there, I kind of want to go back and see how it stacks up with no bonuses and how well we do with the full expert mode experience. But I don't know. I also am half tempted to go to Snowdrop and try to find a better Happiny, because we do need one, you know? But let's check the area list. I like the area list. I've never looked at this page before in my life, and yet I love it. All of these normal areas are at 75% island bonus, so there's not really real benefit to going to them other than hunting things we need. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna go to expert mode again. Yeah, why not? I do need to buy an expert mode ticket. I don't believe there's one in here. I think I already bought this one. I did. So I need to buy the regular ones. Where are you at? 200? Sure. I will spend last night's sleep points to go back to expert mode. To be completely honest, the Dream Shard gains are too nice. They're kind of too nice for me to pass up right now. Plus, like I said, I want to see how I do without the event. We could do it back to back, so it's a better comparison. My high score currently is 4 million. I'm sad. I'm sad that the map is back to normal. But anyway, my highest score is 4 million. Ooh. Ooh. We got some decent berries. Salads again? I mean, I guess. I really did not want salads again. At least the wiki berries will be nice for Meowscarada, bringing in the potatoes. Current random effect is that favorite berries are main skills from Pokemon that gather the favorite berries are 1.25 times more likely to trigger. That's kind of interesting. Maybe we could make use of Walrein here. Interesting. Okay. Maybe. We'll take a look at that. We did get 10 diamonds for our reward stamp card, so that's very nice. Let's go ahead and grab our 200 sleep points. That'll put us at a grand total of 2593, right back where we were before we bought that ticket. And then for our daily lottery, we can grab, let's see. What do we got? Something good. 20 more diamonds. All right, that's good. I need it. My diamond pile is very low indeed. Okay. Sweet. So, Go ahead and collect from everybody here. Not going to get much for it, but 240 dream shards, it all adds up, you know, plus some oil. That's nice. No skill trigger there, no surprise. Plenty of corn. Don't know that that really helps. I mean, I guess it would be pot filler, so that's good. You are the one that could help drastically, Vaporeon. Pichu, super excited. Look at that, he's hopping around. Double skill trigger there is beautiful. That's what we want to see. And because it was earned during the event, it got boosted up to level 6. So that's very nice. That might be exactly what we need to make breakfast. So let's see what we can do. We do still have the good camp ticket active for just a few more minutes. So let's see what we can make real quick. Can we make... We can't make the Defiant Coffee Dress Salad. We are a bit short. That is unfortunate, but at least we can make Calm Mind Fruit Salad. It's better than nothing. Welcome back to a normal week. Let's throw in... let's throw in all these herbs. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a full odds extra tasty. That would be nice. That would make me feel a little bit better. But, you know, we're back with salads. Yay. I love it. I hate salads. I hate salads so much. It's my weakest recipe type. Also, we are going to be comparing a normal week here compared to an event good camp ticket week, because we're not gonna good camp ticket this week. So there will be a significant drop off in gains from cooking because we're not gonna be making the Defiant Coffee Dress Salad. But at least we can make something interesting. So I guess maybe we can't use Meowscarada. We just need to see what we can make. And I don't know what that's gonna be. Didn't even make it to basic 2 off of breakfast. Honestly, not surprising. Not surprising at all. Let's get this team set up first and foremost. Let's get that out of the way. As far as salads go, let's see what we can make. Let's see what we can do. Green grass salad might be our best bet, which we could use Meowscarada. But maybe we don't want to. Let's make sure these are correct. This is now level 64. We didn't quite get it to 65, but we got close. And the main reason I wanted to get close was to bridge the gap between the strength of these two, the Clodsire Eclairs and the Coffee Dress Salad, and they are pretty close. Pretty close. Very good stuff. Back to salads, though. That's level 64. Green Grass Salad is level 62. Calm Mind is 59. The Apple Acid is definitely not level 1. It is 31 now, which is nice. If only we had what we needed to make this, plus the extra pot space, which we don't. Sadness. Big sad. Big sad. Glaceon could help with that, but we have not made one yet. We have not done that yet. Okay, there's something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind there. 34, 29. Petal Blizzard is 11. Cross Chop is 7. I think that's good enough for now. We're just worried about the ones we can actually make. So, is green grass really our best bet again? I think it might be. Yes, green grass. Because we don't have the eggs, we're actually really close to being able to make this consistently. Okay, let's save this real quick. We're going to drop that back to 11. Let's say we get this to 60. Where does that put it? That puts it really high. So we do need to worry about eggs. Next time, though. Not for now. If we find a Happiny here, that would be great. But we just don't have it yet. So that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But if we could get a Happiny that makes like 85 eggs, roughly, as a Chansey, that would be really nice. Because I don't believe I always forget because the Happiny line evolution is so confusing. But I believe we can just go straight to a Chansey with an Oval Stone, and then we need the 150 sleep hours to get to a Blissey. If I remember correctly, which I very well may not. I just know it's confusing, and we need an Oval Stone and 150 sleep hours at some point. But if we could get 85 eggs as a Chansey, that would be really nice. And then we could probably start reliably making this because we have the oil under control, we have the potatoes and the sausage under control. The only thing holding us back is eggs. And genuinely, that might be all we need to really bring salads up to the level of desserts and curries for me. So maybe next time we got some downtime, we go hunt a Happiny. But for now, we're here, and the best thing we can do is green grass salad. We have everything we need for that. Oil is not a problem. We can get Dragonite on the team, get that oil coming in. Unfortunately, we didn't get Chesto berries. But the reason I was saying we could maybe use Walrein, my Walrein, I don't remember if Walrein itself has oil in the A slot or if it's AB for oil, but I'm going to check here in a second for my Walrein, because we might be able to use that. We just might. Let's switch off the Ultimate Sleeper team. Let's get back to our salad team, which this is what our salad team would be if we made Defiant Coffee Dress Salad. Unfortunately, that's not what we're making. But this also could be a good time for us to start investing in our dark berries. A Darkrai team would be potentially very, very good this week with the Wiki berries. However, oil is fine. We're going to leave that as is. We're also going to go back to Pokedex number sorting and find our Walrein. There he is. It is ice berries. Oh, oil is in the main slot. So that's A. It's not double oil. And we don't need sausage at all. The reason I was saying Walrein might be good, we do have Sleep XP bonus plus helping bonus on Walrein plus the favored berries to help it not get the penalty. But big sad, we don't have what else we need, which is, you know, AA for the double oil. If that was the case, we might be able to really use this. The helping bonus would be nice to combat the 15% penalty, to at least bring that down to a 10% penalty. But I don't know how well it's going to work. It will be strong berries, though. It's level 47. We could get it to 50 easily. Would that help inventory up? Would it help with the skill triggers? That would help. Also, ingredient finding down. We can't rely on it for oil anyway. I did forget that it was adamant. But maybe we could bring this on the team a little bit later. For now, we need to get the oil built up because we need a lot. So we're going to leave Flareon, wow, Dragonite on the team to get some of that oil, hopefully. If not, get Toxicroak on the team to help out. Corn, I'm not super worried about. We can get a ton of that pretty quickly. We already have a decent amount built up. I don't think we have enough for breakfast tomorrow, but Gardevoir on the team will help with that. Also, is there a beneficial berry with corn? That's what I want to see. Not really. Yeah, not really. Yeah, not really. So, beware it is. That's not a problem, though. Where are you, buddy? There you... Yes, there you are. Yeah, there he is. Then we need tomatoes, which sadly also going to be the same issue. We're not going to have a tomato gatherer. That's apples. We're not going to have a tomato gatherer with favored. Yeah. I mean, kind of. If only it was AAA. But no, it's Eggy. It's Eggy. Honestly, the best egg gatherer we've gotten so far. Huh. I think it brings in enough eggs, but that's a big investment to get to 60. It might be our best choice, to be honest with you. Let's select. I want to take a look-see, Doodles, real quick. What would it take for us to get you to 60? Way more candies than we have, I can tell you that much. Way more than what we've got. How far can we get? Ooh, not far. Not far. We have not gotten lucky with people seeing Snover and sending out that candy. Oh, man. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Okay, well, we do know what our best tomato gatherer is, and our fastest one. So we're going to go ahead and put him on the team as well. Yup. There's one we might need to invest in soon, that Weavile there. Yeah, I think this is the one. And then we leave Meowscarada for the potatoes. The good news is we should hypothetically, theoretically, be able to get a solid amount of ingredients pretty quickly. And Luxray is the only reason we can't swap out Gardevoir right now, especially the potatoes. We should be able to get several days. Oh, cancel. Definitely want to change the team. We should be able to get several days worth of potatoes and stuff quickly. Hopefully, to where we can swap out Meowscarada and get Walrein on the team for the helping bonus plus the favored berries. That would be nice. Might want to get Walrein to 50 just for the extra strength on those berries. 50 is a pretty solid break point for most berries. But maybe also we actually, Meowscarada is going to be good because Meowscarada is a favorite berry too. So it's level 60 berries on top of potatoes. So I don't even know if I want to swap Meowscarada out. Plus, Meowscarada on the team. Yep, there it goes. Good camp tickets over. Meowscarada on the team gonna trigger 25% more often, so potentially a decent amount of skill triggers to let us make something good, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for coffee dress salad. Yikes, it's either coffee dressed or apple acid that's above 69, and that is not nice. Okay, well, yeah, we would need multiple skill triggers to make that happen for one meal. Yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot there. Well, that's unfortunate, but for now, we've got the team set up, ready to go. We'll let them collect some ingredients before we make lunch, because we definitely don't have what we need to make green grass salad. We are only short on tomatoes and potatoes. We almost have enough corn to get us through breakfast tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. We'll let that build up a little bit more as well. And we may need to start investing in our Houndour, our Mega Houndoom candidate for down the road, and our Weavile. Weavile's going to be rough, though. I feel like we probably don't have a lot of candy, but we'll have to figure that out a little bit later. We'll have to figure that out. For now, the team's in place. Let's check the news. Let's see if we got anything interesting. I don't think so. No new news today. We do have community reports. Actually, might be a little bit more Pokemon materials in here that I didn't think about. But we got 39 reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doubled up out of 39. It's about 25%. That's not bad at all. As far as the final count of legendaries, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 out of 39. So 3/4 of people saw a legendary, both the Beasts and Darkrai. So very, very, very good odds today. Like I said, pretty solid event. Pretty solid. No more Pokemon materials, though. No more Pokemon materials. All right, so we have bought out the shop as much as we can. And yeah, we're in a solid spot. We'll see how this week goes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be difficult, but I do want to see what we can do without an event now that we've got a bit of area bonus built up. Let's also check and see where our Dream Shards ended up. 1.6 million, which is pretty good. Pretty good. We ended with 1.6 million. I feel like we got roughly... what is that? I feel like we got about... Yeah, I feel like we made about 1 million Dream Shards, roughly. Probably a little less than that, but we spent almost 500k leveling up Pokemon. So we got maybe 900k, 1 million Dream Shards in 2 weeks. That's pretty good. I cannot complain about that. Okay, cool. Well, 1.6 million is where we're starting this week. We are probably going to make some investments, so we may see a little bit of a drop from that. But let's check our missions and see if we even need to make investments, because if we do, then that's going to kind of somewhat force our hand. We definitely don't need a Swablu instance, but I'll take it. The rest of the mission's pretty standard, nothing crazy. Yep, use 281, and then we can get some more type candies as well. So, definitely going to have to make that happen. Definitely going to have to make these happen, get that 281 candy investment. Probably going to be in the Houndour, because I don't know that we have enough candies to invest in the Weavile and hit that mission. But both of them do need to be invested in at some point, and the fact that we got wiki berries this week, maybe it's time. It is unfortunate that we can't use Big Boy Blastoise because we didn't roll desserts. Would have been super nice, but at least we got Meowscarada with the potatoes and the wiki berries to line up with that as well. And if we had Big Boy Blastoise with the plus 25% skill trigger boost, that would be really interesting. But it is what it is, and we're going to see what we can do this week, but that's where I'm going to wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy them. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, White, Husky Star, JP, Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, SDK Posse, and Blushing Sarah. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so for as little as $1 per month by clicking that join button right below this video. You can also find in the description a link to the Discord, the Ko-Fi, and the live stream channels where you can come hang out with us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and play some other fun stuff with us. Hang out, have fun. But other than that, y'all have a good night. Good luck this week, and until next time, later, dudes.